Oh, it comes from my Christmas present.
Okay.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go ahead and start our meeting with the consent items. I'll start with the minutes from November 25th.
Make a motion to approve the November 25th minutes.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. Moving on to consent item B, financial reports.
Make a motion to approve the financial reports.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. Then continue to move on to the plain portion for consent.
Make a motion to approve the claims.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion so approved. Continue on to the payroll consent items.
Make a motion to approve payroll.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. And then finally, personnel. Yeah, just go ahead, just for personnel, just in case we real fast got underneath.
You want to do them all in one shot or individual? I'll make a motion to approve all classified personnel changes under personnel.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. There are no certified fees, changes, or adjustments. And continue to move on then to public comments. Are there any public comments on the agenda this evening? And continue to move on to reports.
All right, I'm going to speak on behalf of Mr. McMahon, our principal. First, he would like to celebrate the end of the first semester, taking time to reflect on and celebrate the achievements of staff and students. There's been significant academic growth among the K through 8 students in their NWEA and iLearn checkpoint results. Beyond the academics, students have demonstrated outstanding sportsmanship while competing on the playing field. Staff have shown remarkable dedication, working diligently to enhance instruction and refine our curriculum. The semester also highlighted the power of collaboration with strong partnerships and shared efforts evident across classrooms. Teaching and learning, he would like to thank Mrs. O'Hare and Ms. Wright for leading last week's professional development sessions. Both sessions were highly informative and thought-provoking, providing valuable insights for reflection on our daily instruction and classroom management practices. The information shared during these sessions aligns with our mission statement and serves as a meaningful step forward in achieving our goals. In January and February, we will begin instructional rounds with elementary teachers. This process will provide an opportunity for educators to observe classroom practices, share insights, and collaborate on strategies to improve student learning. These sessions aim to foster professional growth and align instructional practices with our school-wide improvement goals. And that is all for Mr. McMahon.
Thank you. Moving on to the superintendent report.
So continuing to focus on strategic planning, I was very happy with the number of applicants we received for our Student Advisory Council. We had 15 applicants, 6th through 12th grade. And so working on choosing those students right now and setting up a meeting schedule. I'll also be scheduling meetings with small groups of staff members to work on strategic planning in January. And then I have sent out a form for families who are interested in engaging with me for strategic planning. I've already had a couple people submit a form. So a lot of strategic planning starting in January. with marketing, advertising, regular opportunities for interested families to tour our schools. We're gonna have last Friday of every month be a designated time, but of course, if families are interested in other times, evening, weekends, during the day, we will accommodate their schedules. We'll be focusing on our attention on local residents, sharing information with and without school-age children. We want our community to be aware of the great things happening at Tri-Township schools. So we'll be working with a media company, and we will make sure that mailings are given to all households that are within our school district boundaries. And we're hoping that this newsletter will be a biannual publication. But we think it's important for everyone in the community to be able to hear what's happening and share the news. We'll be planning opportunities for preschool and kindergarten roundup. That seems early, but we are at the midway point and we need to start planning and preparing for the next school year. And these events will be advertised in February and will occur prior to spring break, so be on the lookout for those opportunities. We're gonna work on designing yard signs, banners, and signage for the east side of our building. We wanna make sure any traffic on 30, that families and anyone driving through the area is able to notice Tri-Township schools and be excited to learn more. Update on safety, we're beginning to set up a new bus routing system. Our bus cameras were updated over fall break. We're looking at options to update our card reader system. We're kind of at full capacity, and so we need to continue just exploring how to upgrade that. The school office is doing a great job with using our new safe visitor system. We have initiated training and set up with Sandy the Promise, the Say Something Anonymous reporting, and the LaPorte County Sheriff's Office is working with us as well as the 911 Center, and they're going to be engaging in training as well to support the full implementation of this program. So what I mean by that is if a tip were to come in and something, is concerning, that we want to work alongside, of course, law enforcement and the 911 Center to assist us. Project updates, connecting with local general contractors to see who may be interested in placing a bid to complete the work that's needed to transform our barn space into an athletic space. The track work is going to continue through January or until weather prevents that from happening. Junior, senior high school restrooms, we are going to continue to ensure that it's at the level we want it to be, and so we're going to replace a couple more panels to make sure they're tip-top shape. And, the lacrosse school building, as of right now, this property is encumbered by our bonds, and so we cannot move forward with making any changes to it. That would include selling it, renting it, demolishing it, anything of that nature. So we're at a standstill with that. We're continuing to make updates on our cafeteria space. I hope that you noticed the lovely paint job that was done by Brian Wozniak. And we're going to continue looking to update this space, as I'll be asking for your approval for some items later on the agenda. And then we'll be looking to plan an auction in the spring, at least by the spring, for items that remain in the lacrosse school building. And that's all from me, except I just wanted to say thank you so much for a wonderful first semester.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll continue moving on to action items. The first item would be the approval for the staff appreciation stipends for the staff that were employed through the 23-24 school year.
I'll make a motion to approve the staff appreciation stipends.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. The next would be a motion by the board for the appointment of Susan Engel to the Lacrosse Public Library Board.
Motion to approve the appointment of Susan Engel.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. Next would be the approval of the appointment of Gregory Benham as library trustee of the Wanatah Public Library Board.
I'll make a motion to approve Gregory Benham to the Wanatah Library Board.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. And moving on to the approval of the appointment of Alyssa Clemens as library trustee to the Wanatah Public Library Board.
Motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. Next item would be the approval for a vote for the new cafeteria furniture proposal.
Make a motion to approve the new cafeteria furniture.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. Next would be the approval for a board organizational meeting on January 13th, 2025 at 5:30 PM.
Motion approved.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Then approval for the Board of School Trustees meeting scheduled for the calendar year 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the board calendar for 2025.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Then finally, the approval of the 2025-2026 school calendar.
I'll make a motion to approve the 25 to 26 school calendar.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion approved. Moving on to the discussion items, the next item will be the first reading of policy 4402, use of metal detectors.
So including in the packet, you'll see the use of metal detectors. We need to have a policy so that in the event we were to need to use a metal detector, that it couldn't be a handheld one. We want to make sure that we're able to do that. So if you have any comments or feedback about that, we of course would have a second reading and approval at next month's meeting, but wanted to make sure that you saw all that was included in that policy. Following the approval of that, we would of course discuss procedures for administration at the school level.
Any questions about it?
No.
Then moving on to the first reading of policy 6110, federal grants and awards administration.
So this policy is about making sure that we have controls in place anytime that we would be receiving federal grants and awards. So just making sure that we're taking care of everything internally, externally, which would include, how we pay people, how we award the monies, and so just wanting to make sure that we have that policy in place.
Any questions?
Nope.
And finally, any board comments? Mr. Ross,
Oh, motion to approve.
to approve.
I mean, motion to adjourn. The other eight.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for your attendance.
Anybody look at it, hear the news tonight?
Tom and I signed a 3-year, $75 million